Okay, so now we'll learn the concept of verbal infinitif. You know what it is, but let's learn in detail. Verbal infinitif is the infinite form of the verb. We can also say it's the original form of the verb without any modification. We don't remove anything, we don't add anything. It is the basic verb from which we conjugate. Okay, so the verbs ending in er, ir, re, yr, they are the infinite forms of the verb. For example, we have voyager, parler, étudier, aller, venir, finir, sortir, dormir, apprendre, faire, être, avoir, devoir, vouloir, voir, etc. All these verbs are in their infinite form. Okay, we don't change anything. The ones that we put after the subject in a sentence, they are the conjugations. But these are the original forms of the verb, infinite form of the verb. Okay. Now, what is the use of this form of the verb? In framing the sentences, we use the conjugations, no? We put the verb in present tense, past tense, future tense. There we modify the verb. So where do we use this exact form of the verb, verbal infinitive? Let's learn the functions. Les fonctions. Okay. What's the first use? Après un autre verbe conjugué. Okay, the first verb is conjugated after the subject, but the second verb that is placed immediately after it will be in its infinite form. For example, j'aime apprendre le français. Okay, so j'aime, aim is conjugated, but apprendre is in its infinite form. Okay, then we have another example. Tu peux ouvrir la porte. Okay, so tu peux, pouvoir is conjugated, but the second verb is not. Okay, the third one, on sait nager. We know how to swim, so savoir is conjugated, but nager is not. Okay, so that's how it is. The second one is, you know that certain verbs are followed by a or the in French. And there are other verbs like aimer, pouvoir, savoir that are not followed by any preposition. Okay. But if they're followed by preposition a or the, and we need to put a verb after it, then also that verb will be in its infinite form. So the second use is après, à, de, and also after pour. Yes. After the prepositions also we have infinite form of the verb, but this is what you should know. It's the most important thing. After a, after the, after pour. Okay, let's take the first example. That is, je commence à travailler. Okay, I'm starting to work. So after a, we have travailler, that is in its infinite form. Okay, so commencer is with a, and then only we can put another verb. If you don't remember this concept, you can rewatch preposition a and the video. There you'll get to know that after commencer we have a, and then only we put another verb. Okay, so commencer is a verb that has a after it. Okay, so je commence à travailler. Then elle décide de partir. After the also. So décider comes with the. And after that, if we put a verb, it will again be in its infinite form. No conjugation. Thirdly, for pour. Okay. Nous faisons des exercices pour rester en bonne santé. Okay? Why do we do the exercises? To stay in good health. So rester is to stay. So the verb after pour is again in its infinite form. Okay? We can also say nous venons pour aider. We're coming to help. Okay, here also verbe à l'infinitif. That's how it is. Okay. The third use is pour donner une instruction, to give an instruction. Okay, like if you want to give a direction, like turn left, go straight, or we are telling a recipe, giving instructions. Okay, cut this, wash this, etc. Then also, or to give an order. Okay, let's take the examples. The first one is couper les légumes, cut the vegetables. So we start with verbal infinitive. Okay, there's no subject, so we don't conjugate it. Okay, then we also have tourner à gauche, turn left. Okay, these are the instructions. Then we can also have respecter le silence, an order, respect silence. And it can also be negative, ne pas entrer. Okay, why is ne pas here like this? That we'll discuss later on, but before that, the fourth use is it can also be used as a subject, okay, to frame beautiful sentences like yes, voyager est intéressant. Okay, to travel is interesting, traveling is interesting. Then we have faire du sport aide à rester en bonne forme. Okay, doing sports helps to stay in good health or good form. Okay, then you can also say parler français est utile. Okay, to talk French is useful. Okay, that's how we can use it. These are the four uses. Okay, and if we want to put it in a negative form, then what do? We don't follow the same rule, no before the verb, pa after the verb. That is only for a conjugated verb. Ne, then verb conjugué, and then pa. But here it's not conjugated. Obviously, it's the infinite form, so we cannot follow this. What we do is we put ne and pa together before the verb. Yes, we saw over here ne pas entrer. Okay, so here you can see ne pas entrer. Okay, then if I want to change this to a negative sentence, then what will I do? Elle décide de ne partir pas. No, I want to negate partir. So ne pas together before it. Elle décide de ne pas partir. That's how it is. Okay. But this one is only for verbe l'infinitif. Okay, not for the other verbs, not for the other forms. Ok, so voilà, c'est tout. Merci. Ciao.